carnivorous clam. Oh, and finally, my favorite, Queef Chapel. Thank you. Thank you. Good.
What year did you do NU theater? What year were you in?
Here we go for Patrick.
Bennett? Or he's my
Of
brother.
all those names, I have to say
I'm
Brother's sister?
Yeah.
Sheba
What's your name?
is like the name of a cat,
Nice to meet you.
like a Persian cat. So maybe not that. And maybe not any of the other ones either. But we're still on the hunt. We're still on the hunt, and I appreciate the effort. Since you guys like my lawyers and criminal jokes so much, here's another one for you. Yeah, stay with me. Well, so if I don't read the tabloids, I don't really read at all. No, I'm kidding. I have friends though that just give me stuff. Like I get the most random shit because I do comedy. I get the most random stuff dropped to me, like in text message, or sometimes somebody will call me and be like, "Did you hear about this?" I'm like, "Nope." They're like, "Well, I think you might want to know." A lot of times I don't. A lot of times I don't want to know, but every once in a while I do because I would like to talk about it for no reason. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are divorcing. This is true. I know. Shock and awe. I mean, they didn't even make it 18 years. Yeah, if you guys, okay, you guys don't know the song. It's okay. So he has a whole song about being a gold digger. And there's like an ongoing thing where it's like 18 years. I'm like, you wish. You guys made it like, I don't know, 3, 5. I don't read the tabloids. I don't know. Here's the rub. She, in the divorce, is getting the house that he designed himself and then had built. I think he's worth 1.8 million and she's worth 1.2, so it's like, whatever. I see how she could get the house just to even it out. This is a point in time, though, where I really wish I could be a lawyer and then be just in that room for no reason, and I would just come up and eventually the judge would be like, "I'm sorry, who are you representing?" I'm like, "The people." And they'd be like, before they could call it to order, I would just want to be like, "Excuse me, Mr. West, is it?" Just have a couple, and just flip through my notes like maniacally, and then go, "Sir, Mr. West, sir, I just have one question for you. Are you a punk, sir? Because I do believe if we look back at your own statement, sir, if you ain't no punk, let me hear you holler prenup. So I repeat again, Mr. West, are you a punk?" And like in my, just the court scene crowd goes wild. This is where I really need to pass the bar exam, just so I can do this kind of work. It's very important work. It's almost prophetic, that song though, because then he said like there's some line in there where like she's using your money to get lipo and stuff. I was like, hey, you called it, bro. It's almost like you knew all this was gonna happen. Are you psychic, Kanye West? Then I'd go back to the judge and be like, "I have one more question, Your Honor. Sir, are you psychic?" Because it would referring back to the same song, Gold Digger. It would appear as if you made all of this happen with your mind. To end that, I then, because I had to do a tiny bit of research on that joke, i.e. looking up the words to Gold Digger, and if it was really true that she was getting the house, so I googled that shit, and when I put in Kim Kardashian taking, guess what it auto-finished for me? The bar exam! I'm like, surely not. Surely this is just a joke Google's playing on me. And it's true. It's fucking true. She said, "I have a long ways to go." I'm sure you do, babe. But I'm gonna take the bar exam and start a pro bono firm. I don't think she knows what that word means. Because it means doing it for free, and I don't think she means that. Anyways, that's why I'm gonna take the bar exam though, and I bet I could beat her. We have one more comedian for you. Thanks for sticking around. Please give a warm welcome and a loud you-know-what to our one and only and lone, Tom Wolfe!
Thank you. Look at those people way back there. That's awesome. You're all quietly waving. I can't reach, Michaela, I can't reach this stool. Just kidding. I got it. So I read that they're going to be making a biopic, like based on a true story. A guy named Harry Whittington. Does anyone know that name? Nobody knows it. There was a guy who went on a hunting trip with Dick Cheney a few years ago.
Now everybody
Yeah. And there was a little incident that happened, and they're making it's the currently untitled Dick Cheney hunting accident project, and some people are already attached for producing and starring Alec Baldwin. Oddly enough.
Oh no!
Why is that weird? I'm so judgy. So judgmental. It was raining recently. Did you guys know that? It was raining, and every time it rains, the inside of my car smells like soggy Raisin Bran. Anybody? Soggy Raisin Bran? It's a nostalgic smell for me. It reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of getting to the breakfast table a little late because I dawdle or whatever. And then, oh, soggy. So, well, if you got me here on time when I called you, why don't you just leave the milk out when we get bored? No, that would not be an incentive to get here on time. And we used to fight over whoever got there first. This is so weird, I just remembered this recently. Whoever got to the table first would get to use the little spoon. Literally, it was like a sugar spoon. And we would fight over it as kids. We all wanted to use the little tiny spoon. I don't know why. I remembered it recently, and so I'm sharing that with you. That same mom that I told you of, she would also often use a large wooden spoon to discipline us. Because back in the day, you could hit kids. I'll just hit them with anything, whatever's nearest, and that was the wooden spoon was the big one, the big hit, sort of big hit in our family. Kind of freaks me out when I think about it now, like the whole concept of an adult administering discipline through physical pain to a child. I think that's fucking weird. I think like the bar should be, let's do better than that. Can we do better than that? There's all kinds of consequences we can do. How about not terrorizing your children? Hilarious! Speaking of terrorizing children, as was pointed out, Trevor's not here this week, and I was kind of hoping he would because I have a little Trevor-centric set because I've got some truth that I need to spill. And then it occurred to me, he was like, oh, he's not going to be here, he can't defend himself. And then it occurred to me, oh, he's not here, he can't defend himself. Sold. So here's the truth. This is going to get a little serious, a little heavy. What you guys don't know, the audience, it's all fun and games. You don't know the story behind the story. You haven't seen the documentary about Bunker Behind the Laughter. We're putting together some material. The kid's over there laughing like she's not complicit. Part of the deal. It's really mostly about him. You guys don't know that, as your lovely audience, in fact, last week I actually proposed. I regret that now. I feel like we can just be friends and just move on. But what you guys don't know is when you're not here, he hits us.
Trevor?
Yeah, he does. I know I'm not supposed to say it, but he does. He comes on like he's the nice one or whatever, and everyone thinks Michaela's the mean one.
Yeah.
She's just the complicit one, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She goes like this. She doesn't see it. She doesn't see any of it. She's right over there. But what we all live in fear of is that moment after the set, we're hanging out, and he's like, hey. He calls it notes. He's like, hey, I got some notes for you. He's like, hey, Tom, hey, let's take a walk. And sometimes I think, oh, this is going to be the one he's going to compliment me because he's sort of a father figure, as far as comedy goes. And like, maybe this is going to be a good one. It's not always a good one. And he said it himself, he described himself this way. He's built like an orangutan on the top part of his body. He literally is partially like semi-simian. And he will fuck you up. He will fuck you up. There's a reason I'm no longer doing, I'll just say this really quick, TMI. There's a thing that I used to do as like a recurring joke. It's called Tom's shitty Tracy Morgan impression, and I'm no longer doing it because I got word last week. There's no scars or anything. He uses like a phone book, or one time he used a bag of oranges. It's weird. He's very inventive. Very cool guy that way. I mean,
Works at home.
we're always trying to impress him, try to please him, so that But you know, he tells his jokes, and also the other thing you don't know about him is he doesn't write his jokes. He's got a team of us that he keeps in the basement at their house. You know, there's some that tell him, everybody, yeah, I'm bringing you out too. You know you live there. Pretend like you don't know. There you are. Yeah, he's got like we're a rotating team. We owe him. It's complicated because there's like we owe. I don't want to get into it, but you know, in order to work off the debt, we're down there, and sometimes he makes us play this weird fucking game of like red light, green light, but he shouts at us in Korean. I don't even understand what it's about. But he also chains us to the table and makes us write his fucking material for him. So and we don't know. I mean, nobody knows even what he's up here doing it. It sounds so flows. So I don't know whose joke is what. I do know one. It was mine. I know it was mine. The one he talks about being a pansexual and he like fucks cutlery or whatever. That was mine. So I kind of got it wrong because I get confused. I'm traumatized by this because it's all the time with corporal punishment. That's the through line. But I feel like when he comes back, we should all let him know how we feel about that. Because I think this right here. I don't know if you know this, but this is a front organization. Not Stardust. That probably is too, but the bunker. The bunker is the front, and it's like it's human trafficking, and you're all. It's okay. We're gonna get to be friends eventually, all of us. Good night.
Keep it going for Tom Wolf.
He went on.
Well, now the secret is out. The jig is up.